I'm the world samplers, #1 samplers drummer, so hey, I haven't got a penny for it yet though, but.
Welcome to Watch Mojo. And today we're counting down our picks for the most renowned original songs that have been sampled most often by other artists and the notable instances in which this has occurred.
Let the music diffuse all attention. Ball or convention, free admission.
If you like what you're hearing, be sure to check out the full song at the link below.
Number 10, Billy Squier's The Big Beat, sampled by Run-D.M.C. The open drum break is an essential tool for every hip-hop producer and DJ. It serves as a musical foundation for many classic songs and is often recycled again and again as that sample gains popularity. The Big Beat by Billy Squier was still relatively contemporary when Run-D.M.C. utilized it just 4 years after its release for their hit, Here We Go.
Dum diddy dum diddy diddy dum dum. We hope y'all ready for the Big Beat drum.
The track has since been sampled by hundreds of other artists in the decades following Run-D.M.C's popularization. The original beat, played by Squier's drummer Bobby Chouinard, is thick and massive sounding. The perfect material with which to construct a memorable rhythm.
It's me, DMC, in the place to be, and I still got the same old harmony.
Number 9, Isaac Hayes' Hung Up on My Baby, sampled by the Ghetto Boys. Hip-hop producers often look to old movie soundtracks for inspiration, utilizing their crate-digging knowledge to unearth some musty old secret from the 1960s or 70s. The Ghetto Boys weren't exactly pulling from an obscure artist when they decided to sample Hung Up on My Baby from soul legend Isaac Hayes for their song Mind Playing Tricks on Me.
At night I can't sleep, I toss and turn, candlesticks in the dark, visions of bodies being burned.
Still, this cut from the 1974 blaxploitation film Three Tough Guys is tailor-made to be a classic. The tune leans hard on that gorgeously smooth guitar work from Hayes' original, creating the hook that gave the Ghetto Boys one of their all-time best songs.
My mind is playing tricks on me.
Number 8, the Charmels' As Long as I've Got You, sampled by the Wu-Tang Clan. It seems sort of incredulous, but right from its opening moment, As Long as I've Got You by the Charmels exudes such a classic yet contemporary feel. As a result, the Wu-Tang Clan only needed to do very little when they sampled it for their formative second single, Cream.
Dollar bill, yo.
I grew up on the crime side, the New York Times side. Staying alive was no job.
The chill drumming and smooth piano line just floats on the wind, effortlessly carrying over from the original to the sampled track. Cream isn't even required to incorporate any other part of this otherwise obscure soul song to cement their legend.
Free as a bird, flying around in the blue.
It was a marriage made in heaven, right from the start.
Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar bill, yo.
Number 7, Lyn Collins, Think About It, sampled by Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock. It seems a smidge unfair to single out only one artist that sampled Think About It by Lyn Collins. That's because this 1972 funk track has been utilized in over 3,000 songs.
It takes two to make a thing go right. Come on. It takes two to make it out of sight.
Notably, It Takes Two by Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock sampled the iconic Yeah Wow bit, but Think About It is most definitely the sum of its creative parts.
It takes two to make a thing go right. It takes two to make it out of sight.
After all, it was written and produced by the godfather of soul, James Brown, so it has everything going for it.
If it's not in your vision.
The drums crack and snap, the production is just raw enough, and the tambourine accompaniment adds that little extra sauce that makes the soul steak sizzle just a little bit hotter.
So just sit
My rhymes are not counterfeit. The record sells, which makes this one a hit.
Number 6. Rick James, Super Freak, sampled by MC Hammer. It's perhaps one of the most obvious samples on this list, but who said some of the greatest ideas weren't obvious?
She's a very kinky girl, the kind you don't take home to mother.
Rick James rightfully gets praised for his songwriting, attitude, and style, but the man was also a mean bass player. As a result, it's the bass line for James's 1981 classic Super Freak that gets adapted part and parcel in MC Hammer's mega hit, You Can't Touch This.
My music hits me so hard, makes me say, oh my Lord, thank you for blessing me.
Hammer essentially lifted the entire bass line from Super Freak to the point where Rick James had to receive a songwriting credit for his troubles.
She's a super freak, she's super freaking out.
But hey, it's a small price to pay in order to become a star, albeit briefly, of Hammer's status, right?
You can't touch this. Look, man, you can't touch this.
Number 5. The incredible bongo band's Apache, sampled by Nas.
I made you look. You a slave to a page in my rhyme book.
It took over 2 decades for this song that was released way back in 1960 to find new life as one of the most sampled songs of all time. Apache was originally a hit for Burt Whedon, but it's the 1973 cover by Incredible Bongo Band that's gone on to serve as bedrock percussion for songs like Nas's Made You Look.
Now let's get it all in perspective. For all y'all enjoyment, a song y'all can step with.
This is largely due to the 73 version possessing an extended breakbeat section. Perfect on its own, sure, but essential for modern productions as well. It's immediately recognizable today in Made You Look, too, as well as in classic jams such as the 1981 cover by the Sugar Hill Gang.
Jump on it, jump on it, jump on it.
Number 4. George Clinton's Atomic Dog, sampled by Snoop Dogg.
Now just throw your hands way up in the air and wave them all around like you just don't care.
Thinking outside the box has remained important for all of hip-hop's most influential producers, from Dilla and DJ Premier to RZA, Dr. Dre, and Kanye West. As a result, artists often dig through records not only for drums, but for vocal phrases and melodies as well. Snoop Dogg and Dre threw it back to the early 80s when it came to crafting the chorus for the D.O.Double-G's 1993 smash, Who Am I? What's My Name? They sought out George Clinton's Atomic Dog, an electro P-funk number that was cutting edge for 82 and just retro enough to become fresh again for Snoop in the early 90s. The rest, as they say, is history. Number 3. Sheik's Good Times, sampled by the Sugar Hill Gang. Good Times by Sheik didn't exactly need to be sampled by the Sugar Hill Gang in 1979 to remind audiences of how disco was perhaps unfairly maligned as a genre. The latter's Rapper's Delight served as a formative slice of hip-hop that played an instrumental role in popularizing the genre.
You see, I am Wonder Mike, and I like to say hello.
As a result, the glitz and glam of disco was still very much represented by that shiny production, but more importantly, the funky bass of Bernard Edwards. The instrumental section showcases just how capable Good Times is at creating a monster dance floor groove, especially as Nile Rodgers' guitar melds with the strings and piano to create a symphony of smoothness. Number 2. James Brown's Funky Drummer, sampled by Public Enemy. We've highlighted a lot of different kinds of samples in this list, but it somehow always comes back to drums. Funky Drummer by James Brown was something of a self-fulfilling prophecy, a classic in the making that would go on to fill crates and fuel parties around the world. The song is a typical James Brown instrumental, but its most desirable moment lies in drummer Clyde Stubblefield's breakdown. This has become one of the most popular samples of all time, being utilized in songs like Fight the Power by Public Enemy and many more.
Sound of the funky drummer. Music hitting your heart, 'cause I know you got a soul. Nothing is this.
Oh, and if you're searching for more JB greatness, might we suggest Funky President, People It's Bad from 1974? We're sure that one will hit the spot as well.
Funky down.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. The Winstons' Amen Brother, sampled by NWA. You just know a sample has entered icon status when it has a colloquial nickname like the Amen Break. Amen Brother by the Winstons has been famously sampled by artists like NWA on their classic Straight Outta Compton. The break has also gone down to become a building block for jungle and techno music as the most sampled tune of all time. Sadly, this also raises questions about the legality and ethics of sampling as an art form. Since the Winstons tragically received no monetary compensation for their work, it's a complicated discussion as, on one hand, Amen Brother has provided so much joy over the years.
The way the drums are tuned, the way they are played, the way the hi-hat is going is real soft but real rhythmic.
Yet, it's a reminder that the music business is just that, a business.
Believe I'm stomping, but when I come back, boy, I'm coming straight out of Compton.
Can you remember any time you just had to seek out a sample source and hear the whole album? Is sample snitching a sin? Let us know in the comments.
Without Stubblefield, it's safe to say that hip-hop wouldn't be what it is.
Do you agree with our picks? Let us know in the comments. And hey, if you're a fan of the song playing right now, be sure to check out the music video for it right here.